stuff that they've been working on. I'm very grateful to all of you for coming to watch and support them. So, are we ready to roll?
Sir.
Okay, let's get a big round of applause for our very first performer. Welcome everybody to the Deering Acting Studio Showcase. Let's get a big round of applause from our audience. We are so excited to have you guys all tonight. We're going to be first putting up monologues and then scenes in a dramatic format. So let's give a round of applause for our first performer of the night.
For every color, I imagined a taste. Yellow were lemon curls dipped in sugar. Red were glazed cherries dipped in rum. Green were tiny peppermint leaves veined with chocolate. And purple, oh, the frosting. It was this satiny mix of white and silver. And I had kept it hidden under blankets during the day. My huge, looming, teethering, sweet, I was so hungry, losing weight every week. I mean, I must have looked like a scarecrow with the bags under my eyes and the bits of crayon wrappers leaking out of my clothes. But it's a wonder you didn't notice. When you finally came to my rescue, if you could call that a rescue, it's more like a route. The winter was almost over. It was late at night, and I must have been having a nightmare or something because suddenly you and Daddy were at my bed, shaking me. I quickly glanced over to the radiator to see if it was covered. It wasn't. It glittered and towered in the moonlight like some gigantic Viennese pastry. And you followed my gaze, and you saw it. Mommy screamed, "What have you gotten here? Mags, what have you been doing?" She crept forward, and she touched it, and then she jumped back. "It's food! It's all the food she's been spitting out! Oh, Carter, it's a mountain of rotten garbage!" Of course, in a sense, you were right. I mean, it was a monument of my cast-off dinners. Only I hadn't built it with food. I'd found my own materials.
Scene. Woo! Yeah! Yeah! Let's get a round of applause for our next performer.
I want to tell the districts that I am alive, that I'm right here in District 8, where the Capitol just bombed a hospital full of men, women, and children. There will be no survivors. I want to tell people that if you think for 1 second that the Capitol will treat us fairly, if there's a ceasefire, you're deluding yourself. Because you know who they are and what they do. This is what they do. And we must fight back. President Snow said he's sending us a message. Well, I have one for him. You can torture us and bomb us and burn our districts to the ground. But do you see that? Fire is catching. And if we burn, you burn with us.
Can I please have your attention for a second? Thank you. I'm Becky, and I'm here just to mark the occasion of the union of John and Anne with a few words and offer, my most sincere congratulations to my very dear friend Anne. As you can tell, I am not the maid of honor. She's still missing. Anyway, I'm just not even invited. However, I just still wanted to pass by and, surprise my friend Anne. So, surprise! Anyway, Anne and I grew up together. We were attached to the hip, literally. And remember when I sew our dresses together and you couldn't just get away from me and we spent the whole day together? That was so much fun. And our favorite game was called Tea Party Prisoner. Because Anne was so good to run away from me, I would just tie her to a chair and have tea party for hours and hours. It was so good. Anyway, not only we spend our days together, we also spend our evenings together. I would sit on a tree next to Anne's bedroom and just watch her sleep the whole night, like an angel in her bed. Oh, I miss those days. Anyway. But then her parents decided to move away and take her away from me. But it's okay. I still managed to still be right next to her. So, see, Anne hasn't seen me in over 20 years. But I have seen Anne. This is not the first event she forgot to invite me. But I've been there. Many, many, many nights, many days. It takes 9 hours. 9 hours bus ride. But I made it. Every single one of them. So, John, I know that you are now Anne's husband. But are you her friend? Her real friend? Oh, I see that maid of honor of yours is back with a couple of officers, so I have to go. But I will see you soon, Anne. See you soon. Woo!
Yeah.
The bizarre thing is that I did it for my old man. I tortured this poor kid because I wanted him to think that I was cool. He's always going off about, when he was in school and all the wild things he used to do. And I got the feeling that he was disappointed that I never cut loose on anyone. Right? So, I'm sitting in the locker room and I'm taping up my knee. And Larry's undressing a few lockers down for me. And he's kind of skinny, weak. And started thinking about my father and his attitude about weakness. And next thing I knew, I jumped on top of him and started wailing on him. And then my friends, they just laughed and cheered me on. And then afterwards, when I was sitting in Vernon's office, all I could think about was Larry's father. And Larry having to go home and explain what had happened to him. And the humiliation he must have felt. The fucking humiliation. I mean, how do you apologize for something like that?
Scene.
You wanna know something? Somebody messes with me, I'm gonna mess with them. Somebody steals me, I'm gonna say you stole. Not talk to them for spitting on the sidewalk, you understand? Now, I have done nothing to harm these people, but yet they're angered with me. So what do? They drum up some income tax, which they have no standing for. And talk to me like, no, to harass an innocent man. I pray to God that I ever have a grievance. I have a little more self-respect. And one more thing. You ever have an all-out prize fight, or with one man left standing? You wait till the fight is over, and that's how you know who won.
Commands the stage. I'm done.
Truth is, I don't think people understood what it was that I was doing at Schaefer. I wasn't there to conduct. How many fucking morons can wave their arms around and keep people into tempo? I was there to push people beyond what is expected of them. And I believe that is an absolute necessity. Otherwise, we're depriving the world of the next Louis Armstrong or the next Charlie Parker. I told you how Charlie Parker became Charlie Parker, right? Joe Jones threw a cymbal at his head. Exactly. Parker's a young kid, pretty good on the sax, and he gets up to play at a cutting session, and he fucks it up. Jones nearly decapitates him for it. He's left off stage that night. Cries himself to sleep. But the next morning, what does he do? He practices, and he practices, and he practices with one goal in mind: to never be laughed off stage again. And a year later, he's back at the Reno, and he gets up on that stage, and he plays the best motherfucking solo the world has ever heard. So imagine if Jones had said, "Well, that was all right, Charlie. That's pretty good. Good job." And Charlie thinks to himself, "Well, shit, that was pretty good." End of story. no bird. That to me is an absolute tragedy. But that's just what the world wants now. It's no wonder jazz is dying. And I tell you, man, every Starbucks jazz album that comes out just proves my point right. There are no two words in the English language more harmful than good job. See?
Yeah. That was fire.
I agree.
Let's get a round of applause.
So, this is a confusing day. My nemesis is my real mother, and she killed my other mother. I guess you were always scared, weren't you? That I'd be a psycho, like my real mom. That explains all the tone it down, to try and fit in stuff. And I tried. I tried. Because I loved you. But the thing is, I'm not sweet, Estelle. Try as I might, I never was. I'm Cruella. Born brilliant. Born bad. And a little bit mad. Not like her. I'm better. Anyways, mustache. Much to avenge, revenge, and destroy. But I do love you. Always.
Demos. Let's get a round of applause for our next performer.
Fiddler on the Roof. Sounds crazy, no? But in our little village of Anatevka, you might say every one of us is a fiddler on the roof, trying to scratch out a pleasant, simple tune without breaking his neck. It isn't easy. So you may ask, why do we stay up there if it's so dangerous? We stay up there because Anatevka is our home. And how do we keep our balance? That I can tell you in one word. Tradition.
Woo!
You ain't gonna believe this. Boy, you used to fit right here. I'd hold you up and say to your mother, this kid's gonna be the best kid in the world. This kid's gonna be somebody better than anybody I ever knew. And you grew up good and wonderful. It was great just watching you every day. It was like a privilege. Then the time comes for you to be your own man and take on the world, and you did. But somewhere along the line you changed. You stopped being you. You let people stick a finger in your face and tell you you're no good. And when things got hard, you started looking for something to blame, like a big shadow. Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it'll beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go on and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that. I'm always gonna love you no matter what. No matter what happens. You're my son and you're my blood. You're the best thing in my life. But until you start believing in yourself, you're gonna have a life. Don't forget to visit your mother.
Yeah!
I don't mean to eavesdrop on you, but the walls are so thin. I can't help but listen. I hear you singing at night, and it's very calming, but also kind of sad. It reminds me of an angel ringing a bell in the moonlight. It's both soft and light, Isabel. I know you hate me for listening, and that I'm just annoying little sister, but I love listening to you. I love you. Sometimes I wonder if something bad has happened to you. I wonder and I wonder, and I know you say it's just my imagination, but your voice sounds so sad sometimes that it frightens me. I know you have a right to your privacy, and you don't have to tell me anything. But you would, wouldn't you? I guess we don't have to talk about it anymore. Just please don't stop. It helps me fall asleep, the sound of you singing your heart out.
Do you like her? No. No, you said you loved her. There's some difference in liking and loving. When I married Jenny's mother, I didn't love her. I liked her. Liked her a lot. I was married to Martha for about 3 years, and one day it just dawned on me I loved her. Still do. Still do. See, Sam, when you love a woman without liking her, the night can be long and cold, and contempt comes up with the sun. See?
Woo!
just wanted to say that I'm sorry for being a bitch tonight. In the past couple of weeks, in the past 17 years before that. I know that this isn't any easier for you. I know that. I think that some deranged part of me likes to think that I'm the only one that has real problems. Like that makes me special or something. You know, ever since we were kids, I would get this feeling like I'm floating outside of my body, looking down at myself, and I hate what I see. How I am acting, the way that I sound, and I don't know how to change it. And I'm so scared that that feeling is never gonna go away. I'm sorry again, really. Good night.
Hello. My name is Hazel Grace Lancaster, and Augustus Waters was the star-crossed love of my life. Ours is an epic love story, and I probably won't be able to get more than a sentence out without disappearing into a puddle of tears. Like all real love stories, ours will die with us, as it should. You know, I'd kind of hope he'd be the one eulogizing me, because there is really no one else. Yeah, I am not gonna talk about our love story, because I can't, so instead I'm gonna talk about math. There are infinite numbers between 0 and 1. There's 0.1, there's 0.12, 0.112, and an infinite collection of others. Of course, there's a bigger set of numbers between 0 and 1,000,000, or between 0 and 2. Some infinities are simply bigger than other infinities. A writer we used to like taught us that. You know, I want more numbers than I'm likely to get. And God, do I want more days for Augustus Waters than what he got. But Gus, my love, I cannot tell you how thankful I am for our little infinity. You gave me a forever within the number days, and for that I am eternally grateful. I love you so much, more than you know.
So that is it for our monologue section, the single monologues. Let's give them a round of applause. For that. We are now going to be moving to our scene portion of the night. So our next scene is going to get set up, and we'll be moving into that. So come on out, guys. Let's give them a round of applause as they get set up.
I'm so excited. I'm so thirsty. Yeah. We need to drink that.
Let's get a round of applause.
I'm gonna throw up.
Don't throw up. You're gonna be fine.
I actually think I'm gonna throw up.
You're not gonna throw up. Just open your eyes. Look at me. Look at me.
Okay. What kind of cancer is it? What's it called?
Schwannoma.
Schwannoma? What's schwannoma?
It means tumor, basically.
You have a picture of it at least? Can I see it?
Well, I have a picture of it.
It's common practice. In the fucking get a picture of shit! I don't know!
It doesn't look like anything. It's just a lump. It's not a picture of anything.
Are you gonna be okay?
I think so.
Well, what are your chances? What are the odds?
I don't know. I mean, I think 50-50, but that's the internet, so.
That's not that bad. You're gonna be fine, man. You're young. Young people beat cancer all the time.
Yeah. Thanks.
Scene. Nice little improv there at the end.
Apple juice. Go for it.
Get a round of applause. Yeah, that's it.
Why are you smiling?
Because you're still here.
I was hoping the train would be empty.
Come have a drink with me.
Okay. Why are you still here? Trudy must be worried.
What is it with you?
What?
You never let me talk about what I want to talk about.
Well, what do you want to talk about?
About what you said about the truth. Can I tell you the truth?
Why wouldn't you?
You make it so hard.
What are you talking about?
You. I've been thinking about what's been going on. And I've thought about who would miss me if I was gone. I mean, Trudy would care, but she doesn't know me. But you do. And I know you. And I think you're perfect.
I'm not perfect.
Yes, you are. And I wish I had picked you then.
Pete.
I love you. And I want to be with you. What, you didn't know that?
Pete. Could have had you in my life forever if I wanted to.
What do you mean?
Could have had you. Could have shamed you into being with me. But I didn't want to.
I don't understand.
You got me pregnant. I had a baby. I gave it away.
What?
I had your baby. And I gave it away.
You can't be serious.
I wanted other things.
You're not serious?
Well, one day you're there, and then all of a sudden, there is less of you. And you wonder where that part went. It's living somewhere outside of you. And you keep thinking, maybe you'll get it back. But it's just gone.
Why would you tell me this?
I'm sorry, Pete.
We'll say the next couple scenes do have some language in them, so if anyone wants to step out, you're welcome to do that for the next few scenes. Particularly the last one has quite a bit. These next two have a couple, last one has a lot.
Brian, you can give that note to the online audience.
Yeah. Hey online, what's up? If you don't like language, tune out for a second. Okay, specifically on the last scene, but the next one will have that as well, so you can pop out and pop back in. Dan, where are you gonna stand?
Come on.
Yeah, I think that works well.
Okay.
Yeah. Camera out there. Let's get a round of applause for the next scene.
All right. But $50 a lead.
Fine. We'll. All right, 20% and $50 a lead. That's fine for now. That's fine. A month or two, we'll talk. A month from now. Next month after the 30th, we'll talk.
And what are we gonna say?
No, you're right. That's for later. We'll talk in a month. What have you got? I want 2 sits tonight.
I don't think we got to.
I saw the board. You've got 4.
I've got Roma and then I got Moss.
Bullshit! They ain't even been in the office yet. Give us some stiff. We have a deal or not. Hey, 2 sits, the Des Plaines. Both of them, 6 and 10. You can do it. 6 and 10, 8 and 11. I don't give a shit. You set them up, all right? The 2 sits in Des Plaines.
All right.
Good. Now we're talking.
$100.
Now? Now?
Yeah. Now? Yeah, what?
Oh, shit. John!
Wish I could.
You fucking asshole. I haven't got it. I haven't got it, John. I'll pay you tomorrow. I haven't got it. When I pay the gas, I get back to the hotel, I'll bring it in tomorrow.
Can't do it.
Okay, I'll give you 30 on them now. I'll bring the rest tomorrow. I've got it at the hotel. John, we do that for Christ's sake.
No.
I'm asking you as a favor to me. John. John, my daughter.
Can't do it, Shelley.
God!
What the fuck was that?
It's not yours, Fiona.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
It's your mother. She worried about you. She worried about all of you. She wanted to leave you something.
Meth?
That's all she had!
Oh, jeez.
You don't know anything about your mother.
She was never here.
She was a beautiful, crazy, fragile, wonderful woman.
She deserted us.
She loved us.
That was love.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay, then why did she leave?
You don't know what you're talking about.
If she loved us so much, why wasn't she here?
She tried. She always tried.
She was never here. She was never fucking here. She left. I was 9. 9 and taking care of you. Taking care of all of us. I was in 4th grade dragging your ass passed out from the yard so you wouldn't freeze to death. I was up all night when Ian when he had the chicken pox. I cleaned Carl's shitty diapers. I picked lice out of Liam's hair, and I was there when Debbie got her first period. Not Monica, me, and never you. You were too fucking loaded, and she was a junkie and a drunk.
Enough.
She didn't love me. She didn't love you. And she didn't give a shit about anyone but herself.
Please.
I'm glad she's dead. At least now she can't fuck us over anymore.
Pause.
I'll give a round of applause in a second.
Small chair, guys.
Give a round of applause.
Fuck you.
He cares about
This doesn't fucking concern you,
Yes,
Jules.
it does.
No, the fuck it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
How?
Because I don't want you to kill yourself.
You're a fucking rat.
Yeah, you were lying to me.
So you go and tell my fucking mom?
I didn't know what else to do.
Why the fuck would you say anything?
You were fucking dead to me.
You don't mean that.
I fucking mean every fucking word.
I don't believe you.
You and me, we're fucking done. There's nothing fucking there anymore. Nothing fucking there. You know, I have a lot of regrets in my life, Jules. But I gotta tell you, meeting you has got to be at the top of my fucking list. Well, now you wanna fucking cry. Well, now you wanna fucking cry? You're a fucking vampire. You just go around fucking sucking the fucking spirit out of everyone! You like that shit. Makes you feel good.
No, that's not true.
It is fucking true. It's all about fucking Jules, right? Like you don't know what the fuck you're doing? You just act all fucking innocent like you're this fucking sweet little fucking angel who doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. You know what the fuck you're doing? No, the fuck you don't. You're a fucking greedy whore who just likes sucking the life out of people, and it fucking hurts, Jules!
I love you.
No, you don't! Stop saying that! You don't love me! You fucking left me when I fucking needed you. You fucking left me when I was at my fucking lowest, and a real fucking friend, someone who fucking loves you, wouldn't do some shit like that, Jules.
I love you, and I want to help you.
If you want to help me, then honestly, you could just stay out of my fucking life. Forever. That would be great, because honestly, looking at you makes me physically fucking ill!
Let's get all the actors back up on stage real quick.
After you.
That's alright. Just want to send some love. Let's give everybody a nice big round. What are you guys doing, hands? Do a little bow. Do a little bow.
Hand or arm?
Hands.